welcome back to Toony Nails, the channel where we make cartoons on nails. These are my ready bases that we're gonna start painting. There is no intro, or I guess proper face-to-face intro this week. I do have to pack for Christmas holiday vacation, so I'm very excited and don't have that much time. So this is all I'm gonna do, just a nice voiceover. Maybe that's good for the channel. Maybe some people don't like my long intros of me just talking. No! Never! I love my intros. I'm gonna keep doing them. This is part 2 of my Sleepy Mouse in a Christmas House series, which is only 2 parts. It's short, but it's still a series. This is a pattern I saw in one of the pillows from the book I talked about in the first video. From the night before Christmas. Yes, this is one of I think one of the children's pillows look like this. And so what I'm going to be doing is doing these squiggles as like a checkered pattern. I have these 2, and then I'm going to be drawing the other one going horizontally. Yes. I guess a tip for doing checkered anything is to make sure that whatever shape you're doing is the same throughout, like wait, let me rephrase that. When you're doing a checkered pattern, make sure that like the distance between each lines is equal so that the shape in the center will be a perfect square. Yes, because sometimes when you're making a pattern, first of all, you can mess up the way I just did right now in the video, and I have to clean up. But your shapes can end up looking like rectangles instead of squares, and that's really, really annoying. So just keep that in mind. I'm keeping that in mind as I'm doing this pattern. Even though it's squiggly and not straight lines, it still applies, but it can be very confusing, and I understand. And even mine is not that perfect, but I'm trying my best. That's just a tip for drawing checkered patterns. This is really nice. It looks like a little ravioli all lined up perfectly together. Or, instead of being lined up, it's when you're actually making it from the full dough and you run the little wheelie cutter in the shape of squiggles. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, except with a paintbrush. Yeah. The hard part is then doing the designs inside, because they have to be equal. And it's really, really hard to do, but I'm going to try my best right now. It starts with little crosses in the center, which are going to help me kind of establish my center, and I know where to put everything after that, so that it's like equal distance from that reference point, which is my little cross. This pattern reminds me of something you'd find at IKEA for some reason. Because first of all, it's like white and red, so it's like simple colors. And yeah, it's very like Nordic, I guess. If that's what Nordic means. Right, Bobby? Is that what Nordic means? Like from the north? Like Scandinavian? Is that what Nordic means?
I'd say so.
Yeah? Okay.
Like Nordic, Scandinavian, yeah.
Okay, because I got a mug from David's Tea, and it's a Nordic mug. And it looks like you could get it at IKEA. So anyways, I'm not completely wrong. Let's move on with the video. I'm doing little tulips now. That's gonna go at each, I guess, vertex of at each point, yes, at each point of the little cross in the center. And I'm just gonna speed up the video here so you don't have to, watch this over and over again. The next step is to draw little petals on the corner of the crosses, in between the tulips. Those aren't perfect tulips, but I really tried. This is a very, very thin brush. I do have an even thinner one in the mail, so hopefully I can start practicing with that one and do even smaller details. Again, like with gel, it's kind of hard to get it to gel polish, to get it to be consistent on the bristles of the brush, because with gravity, it brings it down and then it balls up at the point. And so then your first stroke tends to be really, really thick, which you can use to your advantage, but sometimes it just gets in your way. So it's something I have to get used to, or just start buying gel paints. But I've never used gel paints before. I've seen videos of people using gel paints. and they look like theoretically awesome. I guess I'm a little afraid that I'm so used to working with really liquidy gel that the paints are going to be just too thick. But we'll see. We'll try it in the future. The ones we had at school were really, really see-through and not very good, so we will not be using those ones. Next, I'm going to be adding dots to the corners of the ravioli. Just like that. Nothing special. And again, you don't want to add too much stuff because then the pattern won't look very good. And I copied this from something else, so it's not like I made up the pattern. I added matte top coat, and look how beautiful that looks. And I love the feel. It's like almost fuzzy and velvety, but not really. Next thing I'm going to add to this nail is a nice red bow, which I like to mention I did not mean to make it this big, but you'll see. I'm using POLYGEL again from Madame Glam, and I'm going to be making the two red, I guess top ribbons that like round up. Yeah, like, you know, the loopy ones. That's what I'm making right now. I'm making them both at the same time so I can just save some... Making them both at the same time so I can save some time, if that wasn't already implied. I can also save time by skipping on the video, which is really cool. I'm going to cut these out, and then I'm going to bend them, fold them like this, just like they would on the bow, and then cure them. I kind of touched it with my finger there so I can fix it easily with the alcohol. POLYGEL is amazing. You can do so much with it. So yeah, once I cured that, both of them, I glue them onto the nail using my hard gel that I have right here, my clear hard gel, which is also awesome to make nail extensions with because then they look see-through. But anyway, it's really good for gluing stuff down as well. I made the little end ribbons also off camera. This is what they look like. They're very, very beautiful. But as you can already see, this is a huge bow. I don't think anybody could wear this on their hand. I have to be very careful next time too. I think I just got excited, like making this, like sculpting this, that I forgot that it's actually supposed to go on a nail. This is my first time too. Then I'm gonna give it 2 coats of this beautiful red, because I want my bow to be red, not just white. Though white works too. Hey, that's pretty nice. If I had just red POLYGEL, it would have been a lot easier, but look how shiny that looks. I also put top coat on it. So I'm really happy with the way this bow ended up. It is too large, but you know, it's also very, very beautiful, so who cares? Who cares? Size doesn't matter. It's not going on a real person anyways. Next time I'll definitely attempt to make it smaller. My next 3D I guess sculpture right now is my gingerbread house, which is gonna match my little gingerbread man and the other nail set that I did in the video from last week. I didn't show you guys all the nails I did for this set just because it would take way too long and I don't think you need to see it. I did make a really cool, you're gonna see it at the end, but it's like a flannel pattern, which is really awesome. I think I'm gonna do a video on just doing flannel pattern for next week because it's really, really fun and super, super cool. But I need to find a way to make it cartoony, right? So stay tuned for what I will come up with. Stay tuned, me too. I want to know. Future me, please tell me what I'm gonna do for next week. I'd love to talk to Raquel from a week from now to see how she's holding up. It'd be so cool to travel in time and talk to yourself. You'd either like hate yourself or be like, you're my soulmate. Yeah, that'd be really weird. I'd probably look at myself and be like, wow, I'm so pretty. That sounds super cocky, but I just mean like, I think I'm that type of person who thinks they're less good looking than they actually are in real life. And that's what I mean. So maybe if you saw yourself the way somebody else sees you, you'd realize how beautiful you are. See guys, this story had a happy ending after all. Not a cocky, selfish one. But yeah, maybe you would just hate yourself and end up fighting yourself. That'd be epic. But anyways, gingerbread house. I'm adding a little chimney. I just finished it off here in real time, not sped up, and it's my super cute gingerbread house. So I folded that onto the nail. as I cured it, so that it cured in this nice curved shape. And now I'm gonna put my salted caramel color on top. I did 2 coats of it, of course, just off camera to save some time. And to get that nice perfect brown. I really love this brown, it's good for everything. Favorite brown, Le Mini Macaron salted caramel color. Definitely recommend. I am a little bothered by their bottles. I think they're the perfect shape for overspilling. I don't know if you've ever used gel, but like, because gel moves with gravity, as you lift up the bottle with the brush, all the gel comes down on it, and then when you put it back into the bottle, it all squishes out of the bottle because you're like adding too much all at once in that area, and then it just like drips down, and it's really, really annoying. And it happens with most gel bottles, but especially with the mini macaron one. So if you guys are listening, maybe change the shape a little bit so that it stops doing that. Or maybe I just need to be less clumsy with putting away my gel brushes. So what I do is I have to wait a little bit for everything to fall down into the bottle before I close it. But anyways, I cut across time and space here to show you my gingerbread house. After I outlined it, I did some swirls and a little window, which I did not need to do the little crisscross on the window because I'm going to paint it all yellow anyways, to get a nice, yellow light coming from my gingerbread house. Swirls are super hard to paint with these long paintbrushes because they do not curve in the 360 way very easily. Yeah, now we're going to add dots. And later on, off camera, I did add more details to this gingerbread house. Like right here, I added some color, right, for the door and the window. And I did add more swirls later. I feel like when I'm on camera, I get nervous and I can't do as much. I'm also kind of like half looking at the camera, half looking at what I'm doing while I record, so I can't do my best job. Which is too bad. I want to show you my best work. I mean, I still am. You'll see later all the little extra swirls I added. I'm very happy with them. I really wanted a fancy gingerbread house. Now I'm going to glue it on with my hard gel. Handy dandy hard gel. As you can see, there's tons of sparkles in our hard gel. My teacher would be shaking her head at me right now. And it's just because I'm not very good at working with sparkles right now. They just get everywhere. They get everywhere. But anyways, this is how I glue my little house onto my nail. Nice. I put matte top coat on the house too, and as you can see, there's way more detail there now. I did the pinky and the other 2 fingers off camera because they're just kind of like fun little patterns that go with all the colors and patterns I found on the book too. And with my first design, there they are both together. There's my nice gingerbread house, the star of the show, my little pattern. What is it? Anyway. This is it in slow motion. I hope you guys liked it. It is the end of the video. There is no outro with my face on it today. RIP my super huge bow, which looks really nice. But this concludes the Sleepy Mouse in a Christmas House series. Thank you so much for watching. You already know every Tuesday. Actually, you might not know. Maybe this is your first video. But I post every Tuesday at 9 a.m. At least I try to. I'm pretty consistent with it. Every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's Vancouver time, British Columbia time. And next week I'm going to be doing the... Oh my god, what is that pattern called? The flannel pattern. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on flannel pattern. Have a Merry Christmas, guys. Or other celebration that you choose of. Don't forget to use cuticle oil.